Hi, I'm Megan, and today let's talk Christmas stories. And not just Hallmark Christmas movies, but stories, books. And this year I spent quite a bit of time watching Hallmark Christmas movies when I was in the hospital, and it kind of got me, really wanting more Christmas stories. And so this year I decided to read a few Christmas books. Normally I read just one in the book club that I'm in. We'll read one in November. So I did read that one, got together with the book club, we discussed it, and then I was like, I'm going to read more. So I went to the thrift store and I ended up finding three more Christmas stories that sounded good to me that I wanted to check out. They're by four different authors. I had never read anything from any of these authors before. So the first one I actually had read, it was for the book club and it was on my Kindle. And then the next three were the ones that I found in the thrift store. So the first one's called The Christmas Ring by Karen Kingsbury. I'd never read anything by her before. And this one was really cute. I was like, I can definitely see this as a Hallmark movie. And turns out it's a Christmas movie. I don't think Hallmark did it. It did come out in the theaters November 6th, 2025. And it has Kelsey Grammer, Benjamin Hollingsworth, Jana Kramer, and Jesse James Decker in it. So the synopsis of this book is a lady named Vanessa had recently lost her husband. He was in the military, and her daughter decided to still go on their annual family ski vacation. And they're sledding. She's wearing a Christmas ring on her right hand. It's a ring that her great grandfather had found on D Day in France. And so it's been in the family, it's been passed down. She loses it while she's sledding with her daughter. They can't find it. Years go by. She still keeps searching for this ring. She ends up meeting a guy in an antique store named Ben. And so Vanessa and Ben start seeing each other. And turns out, well, you can pretty much guess what happens. Um, it is a romance. So if you're not a big fan of romance, then this one won't be for you. It is a fairly short book. I think it's 206 pages, and it says typical time to read is about 4 hours and 7 minutes. So it was really easy to read like a chapter or so and then be able to put it down, pick it back up. It took me, I think I read this literally in a day, the day of book club. So I enjoyed this book. And that was the first Christmas one that I had read. And then the next one that I read was The Christmas Dress by Courtney Cole. And I liked this. It wasn't quite as sappy sweet as The Christmas Ring. This is a story about a lady named Meg. Her father passes away, and she inherits the apartment building that he owned and ran. And of course, it has nothing but problems. The tenants are older, so they all need her attention, and so does the building. And then, of course, there's a guy who's the handyman who comes in to help. And then there's an older lady named Ellie in here, and she's getting ready to downsize. Her daughter is wanting her to move out of the building, and so she's downsizing, and she gives Meg a dress. Meg is in the fashion industry, wants to be a fashion designer, and that's why she was in New York. And Ellie gives her this dress, and the dress magically fits Ellie, who looks totally different than Meg, and then it magically fits Meg. It was a dress that represented both the best and worst night of Ellie's life. And so that's why she wasn't sure if she wanted to keep it. But it kind of inspires Meg. I would read another book by Courtney Cole. So I'm going to be looking for other books of hers. So this one I enjoyed immensely. The third book that I read was Spirit of the Season by Fern Michaels. Again, I'd never read anything by her. And so a lady named Joy, she runs a nail polish company called Simply Joy. She lives in Denver, and her grandmother passes away, and her grandmother runs a bed and breakfast. And in South Carolina, turns out that her grandmother bequeathed her the bed and breakfast, and she has to stay there for 6 months. Otherwise, it no longer stays in the family. So, this book is about her learning how to run the bed and breakfast. The point or the for the spirit of the season, the title, it's actually apparently supposed to be that the bed and breakfast is like haunted. Some of the same people come and stay every year because they see their dead relatives. Um, so it's a cute book. It's obviously sort of like Hallmark as well. You know, there's the decorating the house, and there's a contest, there's a gingerbread building contest. Everybody's always trying to outdo each other. Um, Never read anything by Fern Michaels before. And then the last one that I read is by Debbie Macomber, Cedar Cove Christmas. And this one is pretty much a retelling of the Nativity. So the lady's name in here is Mary Jo. She has three brothers. They helped raise her. Well, she was, I think, 17. Her parents passed away, and her three brothers kind of were her guardians. She ends up getting pregnant, and then the father is nowhere to be found. So she goes to look for him in a little place called Cedar Cove, or at least his family too. And her last name is Wise. So her brothers, the three wise men, haha. Um, so it was a cute story, and she, of course, ends up getting to know some of the locals, and she ends up staying in someone's apartment in their barn. So there's a camel, there's a donkey, there's goats. So it's kind of a cute retelling of the Nativity. Obviously, not biblical, but it was cute. It was an easy read. That was the order in which I read the books. So the order in which I liked them, this one, The Christmas Dress, number one. The writing was fantastic. The story was great. It wasn't like overly sappy. It was funny in parts. And so I enjoyed this, and I'm definitely going to be looking for other books by Courtney Cole. The second one that I liked was The Christmas Ring. I'm definitely looking forward to watching the movie. The third one that I liked was this one by Debbie Macomber, Cedar Cove Christmas. Again, it was easy to read. It was cute. There were parts where it was like, I don't think that would really happen, but I mean, that's Hallmark Christmas movies as well. You're like, that's not really going to happen. And then the last one was Spirit of the Season. The writing sometimes seemed off. The banter between the mom and the daughter and some of the employees for the bed and breakfast just seemed forced to me. And so I'm not sure if I would read another Fern Michaels. Some people love her, so maybe this is just one that was an off. And so I may try another one of hers. I guess she's written quite a few books. Um, so maybe pick up one or two in the thrift store and check them out and see if I do actually like any of her others. But definitely for me, what I would recommend if you're looking for a good Christmas story, usually they're novellas or the shorter ones. All of these were around like 200 pages or so. The Christmas Dress was about 335. This is absolutely my favorite one. I'm definitely keeping this book. The others probably will be going back to the thrift store, but this one I would highly recommend. All right, let me know if you read any of these, if you have ever read any Fern Michaels or Debbie Macomber or Karen Kingsbury, if maybe their other books are better, and if there's any of theirs that you would recommend. I will see you next time. Have a Merry Christmas.